I'd get you closer if I could. That's as far as my arm stretches. We're getting our first silks for our first ears. Now this is the first plant to tassel, and I can reach the silks on this one. So it's July 10th, and a few days ago, we were fixing to have a big storm, and I was worried I wasn't getting any ears, so I went ahead and gave them a really strong dose of nitrogen. I put about a cup on each of these mounds right before the rain. You can still see most of it on there. The rain didn't wash it all off. Look at the size of them roots coming out. These roots are just incredible. Look at these ones down here. They're starting to make little roots off of them big roots. And so how you know where the ears are going to form, you can see the silk up there. Well, it started off sort of like this little leaf here, just sticking out, looking odd. So when I first started seeing these, that's why I gave it all that fertilizer. Now we're supposed to get rain for a few more days, so that should help these really grow up. But I don't have this corn planted really dense or close together. So I'm wondering if I'm going to have to get out a ladder and see if I can get up there all the way to one of them tassels and break one off to hand pollinate the silks on these few ears that I'm going to be having. Now, let me know down in the comments what you think. I'm going to put you back up here on this fence post and do a little walk through the corn so you can see just how tall it's gotten. I'd imagine it's going to go up a few more feet. Now, I've had several volunteers in the garden this year. I transplanted these tomatoes out from some that just randomly came up out of the compost in our potato planters. But look at the size of the tomatoes on this one. I think I'm going to save some seeds from this. These are still not even starting to ripen yet. So they got some growth yet to go. This one has the biggest tomatoes out of these random plants. So like I said, I'm going to save some seeds from this one, see if I can get some maybe multi-blooms or other giant tomatoes to grow out of that in the future. Peppers are producing. We've had some deer down here eating away at some of this stuff. So I'm going to have to bring out some more cages for these. Don't normally have a problem with the deer eating the pepper plants. And this here is a volunteer melon. I think it's a honeydew. It's pollinating with something, so it must be a self-fertile variety. Again, it just came up out of the ground down here. Oh, but they're some decent sized melons on it. So I think we're going to enjoy some of those later. The onions are about done. They're starting to lay over. I'm going to wait to harvest those until they've fully laid over. They didn't do too great this year. We got a few large ones, but they're mostly small. The squash and zucchini are about done for, and well, because of the rain we've had here lately, it's gotten kind of overrun with the grass and weeds, so I'm going to finally cut my losses on these. Putting the ashes and charcoal on really got rid of the squash bugs and has been allowing me to continue to harvest these for quite a while now. So that's a new trick I'm going to keep in my bag of tricks. And like I said, the potatoes are finally dying off, so it's going to be time to dig these up. I'm really hoping for some cooler weather this, in the coming weeks. I doubt I'm going to get that, being we're in July. But we already dug up a few here where the plants had already died back, and we got some really good sized potatoes. The charcoal has made it a whole lot easier to dig, even though it hasn't been mixed in here. It was just sprinkled on top of the rows. It still did its job of loosening up the soil. It's working all over for that, and it's just staying nice and soft, unlike the rest of the hard clay in my yard. And these are some more volunteer potatoes. There's a few more potato berries I'm going to be able to pick out of here when we harvest these, and I'm going to go through the process of getting those redded down and I'm going to actually try and sprout some so I can grow potatoes in the fall. It's easy to find seed potatoes in the springtime, but in the fall, if you do find them, they're usually left over from spring and they're not very good. So I want to try and grow some of these from the seeds from the potato berries. There's one right there. If this works, it'll allow me to grow potatoes in the fall, or it'll be a lot cooler when it's time to dig them up. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.